The Lord has given me a well-instructed tongue to know the word that sustains the weary. He wakens me morning by morning, wakens my ear to listen like one being instructed. So do business leaders from Michigan. They want more jobs, higher personal income, and a healthy economy. That's the focus of Business Leaders from Michigan. And that organization is made up of the heads of Michigan's largest companies and universities. And you can learn more at businessleadersformichigan.com. And speaking of business, Laura Blankenship is on our AT&T line from the Better Business Bureau, serving Eastern Michigan and the Upper Peninsula. And it's Michael Patrick Shiels, and we're heard in those places at mibigshow.com and our One Touch app, Michigan's Big Show, starring Michael Patrick Shiels. Welcome to the broadcast. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having us this morning.
Okay, here's the thing. I've got a thing for you here. If you send me, Laura, $100, okay, in a week, I'm going to be able to send you 1,000 back, and it won't really cost you anything. So I just need your debit card number, your credit card number. If you send me that 100, I'll get you 1,000 in a week, okay? So why don't you just give me the credit card number right now?
Right, yeah, that sounds exactly like a scam to me.
What? No. That's not a scam at all. I promise you it's not. Well, here's the thing. I've got a cousin that's in Mexico on spring break, and they need some money to get out of a situation that they got themselves in. So if you'll just give me the bank account routing number, we can take care of the cousin who needs to be let go from spring break. So what's the routing number?
And that sounds like an emergency scam.
Well, I'm 0 for 2. I'm not very good at this. But the people who do scam people are much, much better, aren't they?
They absolutely are. They're very sophisticated, and that's why they're so successful.
Okay. Very often we will hear that old people get scammed or elderly people. But the truth of the matter is very different, isn't it?
That's absolutely true. You know, we always report that the 18 to 24 age group are targeted more often for scams. But in a recent report that we did with our BBB scam tracker, we determined that actually the 18 to 24 age group for the first time lost the same median number as those 65 and over.
Is that because they're online more? Is that why? And maybe more trusting because they're more used to the online maneuvering and purchasing?
Yes, that's exactly why, because more people were online in 2020, and they lost more money to online shopping. But they also, something different than those that are 65 and over, they're not as familiar with checks. So they actually, a lot of them reported loss due to fake check scams as well.
Okay, why don't you describe to it? Mine were very remedial and probably cliched, but what are the scams that are getting the money from the 18 to 24-year-olds and the rest of us too?
Yeah, so the online purchase scams, that was our top riskiest scam in 2020. And again, that's because more people are online. More people were trying to purchase pets. That's what took up a great chunk of our online purchase scams,
what were they purchasing?
Pets, so like puppy scams.
Really?
But we also saw some cats in there as well.
So somebody says they want to sell you a puppy, and you give them the money, and there's no puppy? Is it that simple?
Pretty much. Basically, they're very sophisticated. Again, they have an entire website dedicated to these puppies. And usually you can tell that it's a scam based on the communication because they're going to want you to wire transfer the money or send them the money in a non-traditional way, such as maybe through Venmo or a prepaid gift card, something that you can't get back. So you have to be very careful, especially when using non-traditional types of payment. We always say use a credit card, especially when in doubt. And you should always check out that business. Make sure that you do a cross-check of the pet's photo, because if they are, if this is not a real pet, you should be able to find it online in other sources. So always do a reverse photo search. And then just look at the communication. Have you spoken with anyone on the phone. And, of course, in 2020, we learned to use video chat more often. See if you can video chat with the pet. That, I think, is your best resource in making sure that you don't get scammed, because these people, they continue to try and get money out of you. You first pay for the pet, and they say there's additional fees for the transportation of the pet, and they continue and continue until you stop paying, and they've received thousands from you.
So it's like those kidnapping movies where you want proof of life. I want to talk to the pet.
Yeah.
I want to, but even still, I don't know how, this is very tricky. And I know someone who shall remain nameless who wanted to buy some furniture, and the person was supposedly in Kentucky, and they said, well, if you can send me the money for shipping, I'll send you the furniture, and then once you get it, you can pay me. Of course, they sent the money for shipping, which was expensive, and no furniture ever came, and that's the end of the ball game. It's heartbreaking, because not only do people have their wallets emptied, they have their hearts emptied too.
Right, absolutely. And, this happens for many items, not just pets and furniture, but also vehicles. People were trying to purchase vehicles more online in 2020 as well. More people were purchasing online due to the pandemic, and scammers are unfortunately opportunists for sure.
What is a fake check scam?
So the fake check scam, it's usually most often associated with an employment scam. And so they post these job descriptions on Indeed or LinkedIn or some other job posting site. And it's always a work-from-home job. And in 2020, we didn't think twice about work-from-home jobs. And so they typically either send you a check for your payment, or more often than not, they'll send you a check for your supplies. And they'll either, one, say they sent you too much money and they need you to send them the balance, or two, they'll have you purchase supplies from a specific website that they have control over. And so you think that you have deposited this check into your account, and because the fake checks look so real, it does take the bank a few days to determine that it is a fake check. So it will look like the money has gone into your account. We always say, at least wait a week before going any further. And the employer usually uses those high-pressure tactics to get you to act right then to send them the money, because you then send them the money before the check is cleared. You're out your money and the fees for the bounce check.
Have you ever been scammed?
I have.
Really? What happened?
Well, mine was more of a cybersecurity scam. But I do remember back in college, I had received a phone call that I won a vacation, and I was so excited because, I'm a college student working to go to school, and I thought, I could really use a vacation. I didn't realize, I didn't think about the fact that, hey, you need to really enter into a sweepstakes to win a sweepstakes or to win something.
Well, they got your excitement going and your hopes up, and you got dashed. And you can avoid that. BBB.org/scam tracker or BBB.org/scam tips.